Rey Mysterio accepts it'll be a ladder match for the Cruiserweight title at the Royal Rumble. Now it'll be a straight fight between Gargano and Naito inside of a steel cage. Mark Andrews certainly believes that it's time to bring an end. Bate wins. Andrews will leave the British Empire. Andrews wins. Bate stays out of his way for good. Hiromu staggered Daisy. No, are you kidding me? No! What the? No way! Gargano is almost frozen in place. There is no way that such a thing would happen. It was a setup. It was evil behind that mask. But the shock factor worked. And that means that Naito is going to pick the added stipulation. He's got one that'll make Gargano suffer. If Gargano doesn't win at the Royal Rumble, he can't challenge for the title for the rest of the year. Hello everyone and welcome to ECW, the final episode before the Royal Rumble from the Pechanga Arena in San Diego, California. And we are kicking things off tonight with the heart and soul of ECW, the #1 contender to the ECW Championship and the man who has make or break this Sunday at the Royal Rumble. He will face Tetsuya Naito in a steel cage. But if Johnny Gargano loses, he is not allowed to challenge for the ECW Championship for the rest of this year. It is do or die for Johnny Gargano. And in some ways, for ECW as well, in the quest and the desire and the goals to win that title back from Los Ingobernables de Japón. And of course, Tetsuya Naito. Gargano not wrestling here tonight. LIJ thankfully not in the building. Gargano is here tonight with a microphone in hand and a lot to get off his chest heading into this Sunday. A rally cry like no other. Gargano knows his back is up against the wall this Sunday, but could his refusal to quit make him Johnny champion once again? I know we cannot wait to see that bout this Sunday, but there's plenty to come our way here tonight on ECW. As for our main event of the evening, that's going to be pretty big as well. Tyler Bate and Mark Andrews will finally do battle. Should Bate lose, he must stay out of the business of Andrews. But if Andrews is to lose, he must leave the British Empire. And speak of that group, it is how we get tonight underway in the in-ring action, as it is time to determine who will face the Revival this Sunday for the ECW Tag Team titles. And first out are going to be two of the four members of the British Empire. It's a busy evening for that group. All four members in action here this evening, and right now it's Zack Gibson and Zack Sabre Jr. about to do battle with a New Day of Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. What an interesting bout this is going to be. These two men both won their respective triple threat matches over the last few weeks. ZSJ tapped out Lince Dorado, I believe it was. And Kofi Kingston was able to pin Otis last week. And now these two teams are ready to meet here in the middle of the ring to start things off on ECW. To take on the Revival at the Royal Rumble. Who will be the first challengers to Wilder and Dawson's titles? We are about to find out. Woods and Kingston, full of exuberance as always, full of confidence. Kofi got the win last week, but can the team effort of the New Day work together against the British Empire, of course, that has been for many, many weeks on a very divided front? But it could also be said that could be flipped in a different direction. Remember, most of those problems came between Mark Andrews and Zack Gibson. Not only did we hear last week and see last week as well that the differences between Gibson and Andrews have been put to one side, but that was Gibson and Andrews. That wasn't Gibson and Sabre Jr. Sabre Jr. had nothing to do with the past tensions in the British Empire, and not only that, he did not even get involved. Sabre Jr. said nothing. He did nothing. He showed no allegiance. He just got on with the business at hand. Will that rub Zack Gibson the wrong way, or can it be used to assist them in gaining an advantage here tonight? We will find out. Speak of Zack Gibson, it will be him starting this matchup against Xavier Woods. Bell rings and we are underway here on ECW. New Look apparel for our New Look referee, Scott Armstrong, the man in the ring, calling the shots here. From now on ECW, it's a beautiful looking, really matches the colors of ECW as well as right now, though we focus on the action in the ring, and already Zack Gibson hitting hard. Massive German suplex onto Xavier Woods. Can't imagine Gibson's been in the greatest of moods with everything that's been going on the last few weeks in the British Empire, and maybe as well his defeat to Mark Andrews 2 weeks ago ticked him over the edge. Might have got some sweet relief last week though when he nailed Tyler Bate with the Helter Skelter, laying him out in the ring. Right now, that's all in the past. His focus turns towards the present and the future, and the hopeful opportunity to take on the Revival this Sunday for the ECW Tag Team titles. And already Zack Sabre Jr., who's legal, looking for orienteering with Napalm Death. He's got it locked in very early on in this one, trying to get Woods to tap out as soon as he can, but Woods slipping his way out far too early maybe for a guy even as talented as ZSJ to be hoping to put him away there. Discus forearm, no dice there for Xavier Woods. ZSJ has the arm, now and a Pele kick down on it. This is going to be that methodical break you down offense that Zack Sabre Jr. possessed as former Cruiserweight champion. And those all the hallmarks of being a potential future ECW Tag Team champion as well. Triangle choke now locked in. Sabre Jr. knows 1,000 submissions and knows 1,000 other ways to lock them in on you as well. Can't get Xavier Woods to tap out right now, but he could certainly wear him out with every single hold he's trying to lock in here. Woods with the forearm, takes ZSJ down. ZSJ getting up to his feet here, but Kingston will tag in. Kofi Kingston now legal, and the two men go charging at one another there, only for Sabre Jr. to take the leg out from underneath Kofi and then start targeting the other one, standing on the foot and bringing his knee down onto Kofi's there, just doing damage on all the vital limbs here of Kofi Kingston early on. That is the MO of ZSJ, and it is working well so far for the Submission Master tag mates. Here we go. Liverpool's #1 diamond tag back in here. Zack Gibson legal once more, and he's just using his strength there to bring down Kofi Kingston, but he'll bring his own to the submission game, trapping one arm in his knee and stretching the other one back here, stretching and stretching, trying to get Kofi Kingston to tap out, trying to make a revival versus British Empire this Sunday. Not going to happen, mate. I have to say, so far, so good for the British Empire. Maybe a little bit of commentator's curse on its way, but they have been in control thus far of both men. Kingston, of course, came back with Xavier Woods when he returned from injury, sustained a number of months ago. Reforming the New Day on ECW. He would love to show that that risk was worth the rewards by becoming the number one contender here tonight. He's got Zack Gibson in the corner. Right hand's coming down on him there. And an uppercut for good measure. Gibson stumbles back, seats in the turnbuckle, gets a knee in the face for his troubles as well. As I said, a very busy evening for the British Empire here tonight. Drew McIntyre will take on John Cena later on this evening. And of course that main event, where the fate of the British Empire could hang in the balance when Mark Andrews and Tyler Bate finally meet one-on-one. Meanwhile, Xavier Woods back in this matchup. Tiger suplex. There's a bridge. Only good for a count of one, though. Made there by Gibson. Nice boot in the gut. Nothing fancy but effective. The man who brings his own kind of British strong style. Scouse style, as he likes to call it. Oliver Pudley demonstrating it right now onto Xavier Woods, bringing him down there with a hard shoulder tackle. Sending him into the corner. We're going to see ZSJ Legal again. Yes, we are. A lot of tags in this one so far. A lot of tag team offense as well, especially from the British Empire. In stereo with those kicks there. Woods trying to maybe find a breath of life to make his way over to Kofi Kingston. Not happening at all. That was a brutal stomp there on the shoulder, it looked like, of Xavier Woods by Sabre Jr. Again, nothing flashy, damn effective, and damn painful as well. Sabre Jr. flips over there, doesn't go for the cover. Oh, the arms are trapped, the legs are locked. Wrapped around Xavier Woods here, a devastating submission locked in. Will Woods have to tap out? No. Using his knees. Great way to break free there from Xavier Woods. He needed it. And Woods comes charging in with a forearm. Gibson trying to get in the ring there. And that may be a smart move from Gibson, because it means that Kingston couldn't be tagged in there. Because the referee's eyes are on Gibson, not on Xavier Woods. Nice forearm there, though. Woods trying to get the crowd rallying for him there with a few New Day rocks, claps, but all he gets is a German suplex in response from ZSJ. I know he can tangle you up in a variety of submissions as well, an endless variety. But when Sabre Jr. wants to get vicious, he can get vicious, and we just saw it there with that German suplex. Lifts up Xavier Woods. Now, what has he got in mind here? Going to go back to the arm. Trying to stretch it out here. Stretches Sabre Jr. to go with it as well. That is dangerous there, talking that arm back. It is agony for Xavier Woods right now. You can see by the amount he's kicking around, trying to get free. Gets up to his feet here. Hammerlock maintained. Big back elbow by Woods there to get out of it. Right hand. Sabre Jr. gives up his back. Crucifix roll up. Could this do it for the New Day? There's not even a 2 count. Sabre Jr. getting the shoulder up well in time, but Woods doesn't try to capitalize. Instead, he makes the smart decision, tagging in the much fresher Kofi Kingston, who comes in with a DDT. Very smart mindset from Woods. You can see him leaning against the ropes. He definitely took a beating, but Kingston is fresh and ready and raring to go here. The former Intercontinental Champion looking to make magic happen here, but Sabre Jr. one counter. That's all it took. Legs a sweep there from Kingston, but Kingston coming back with a counter of his own. Arm drag there, rolls over again, and then once more plants him down on the mat with a DDT. Oh, here we go. Boom drop. Kingston got him with that one. He'll make the tag into Woods. Could it be Xavier Woods who may look to finish this match up? And with it, make the New Day the number one contenders to the ECW Tag Team titles. Here we go. Woods in. No, Sabre Jr. comes up with a counter. Big right hand. Look out now. Russian leg sweep. Oh, and he's taggling him up again. A completely new move from the repertoire. Look at how Woods is stretched out. The arms, the back, and he has no choice. Xavier Woods had no choice but to tap out. Zack Sabre Jr. does it for the British Empire. They are the #1 contenders to the ECW Tag Team titles. Drama, but a few weeks ago, turned to solidarity. ZSJ and Zack Gibson, your winners. And the two men who will face those men on the stage, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder, the Revival, the Tag Team Champions. It is going to be a clinic in tag team wrestling this Sunday when these two teams meet. The British Empire eyeing up the belts, the Revival eyeing up the challengers. But who will leave with the gold when Sunday rolls around? Certainly an interesting talk backstage there between Mark Andrews and Drew McIntyre. You heard it from Andrews, and I think he's going to get his wish as well. Let me do this tonight. He sees that he has no other choice. He has to do it on his own against Tyler Bate. And he certainly believes he's going to beat Tyler Bate as well. We'll find out in our main event right now, but it's time to move on here on ECW, folks, because it's time for... That is right. Last year's Royal Rumble winner looking to make it 2 on the bounce. Adam Cole will enter the Royal Rumble this Sunday representing ECW along with the likes, of course, of the man who will enter at #1, Seth Rollins, and others such as Drew McIntyre, John Cena, Dominik Dijakovic, to name but a few. But right now, for Adam Cole, his focus is on Shane Thorne here this evening. Last time I believe we did see Adam Cole was in that fantastic #1 Contenders match a few weeks ago against Johnny Gargano, where he looked like he was about to go for the Panama Sunrise to finish off Johnny Gargano, but got caught in the Goat Slayer. Of course, we knew that the man defeated in that matchup would be going to the Royal Rumble, and here goes Adam Cole heading into that event. He knows if he wants another opportunity, not only at Tetsuya Naito, but of course more importantly that ECW Championship, he'll have to go through the Royal Rumble again. That is, of course, if Adam Cole even wants to go for the ECW title. Royal Rumble winner is allowed to choose whatever they wish, whoever they wish, whatever title they wish. And we'll see on Adam Cole if he's victorious. They want to go for heading into the grandest stage of them all, but right now he's going to have his eyes focused here on Shane Thorne, one of ECW's newest signees. Thorne, a man who has been really dialing in some performances lately. He struggled against Tomohiro Ishii a while back, but then the last time I believe we saw him in action, he was able to get in a bit more offense, and he's doing it right now. Springboard European uppercut. Shane Thorne looking to try and get a huge upset on Adam Cole here. Only the count of one though. But Thorne has been getting bits and pieces more in terms of his in-ring offense. Every match he seems to be able to break out a new move or two. Thorne from up high. Hurricanrana! Imagine what this would do for Shane Thorne if he could knock off last year's Royal Rumble winner. Imagine what this would do for the name and the credibility that is Shane Thorne. Oh, but Cole counters the belly-to-belly attempt and sweeps the leg there from Shane Thorne. Now it seems that it may have taken a little bit for him to get woken up, but Adam Cole ready and raring to go in this contest now. Float over DDT there. And all of a sudden, Thorne's opportunities are starting to fade quite fast here. Back body drop from Cole. Neck crank follows up right after it. And a more aggressive side from Cole now coming out, almost trying to push back the offense that Thorne got in the early goings of this matchup here and just make it all about Adam Cole right now. German suplex there, almost spiked him right on his head. What could Adam Cole be looking for to capitalize here? Forearms, sends Thorne into the corner. Oh, went for the forearm. Thorne able to move out of the way there, however. Here we go, has the arm. No, caught with a forearm is the Australian. And now, Irish whip off the ropes. Big back elbow takes him down. And a little bit of time to get in a bit of Adam Cole love as well from the San Diego crowd. Blasts him with that running knee. Thorne had no idea where he was there, and he's about to have even less of a clue. Last shot from Cole. Straight into the cover. And that'll do it. Adam Cole, your winner on ECW. Thorne with a surprising start. But all it took was Adam Cole to wake up, and Shane Thorne went to sleep. Cole with a win here tonight, as he could be setting himself up for a second Royal Rumble win and maybe a second meeting with the man who he faced in the main event of last year's WrestleMania. Oh! Randy Orton, the Viper, with an RKO out of nowhere. Randy Orton just laid out Adam Cole. The Viper wanting the focus on him ahead of this Sunday, and I think that RKO did just that. Well, folks, it was certainly an interesting time on Twitter earlier this week with the manager and the wife of the ECW Television Champion Lana taking to Twitter and saying that she wanted to remind everyone just who the Bulgarian Brute really was, and wanted to take a match that John Cena made his specialty and make it even better. Next week on ECW, folks, the Bulgarian Brute Rusev will be in action, and his television title will be on the line. But right now, we want to turn our attention back to what is coming up this Sunday. And of course, with just 2 days to go to the Royal Rumble, we know that the hype is building. And once again, we'll be getting a preview on a man's thoughts heading into this Sunday's Royal Rumble. This man, of course, will be representing ECW. And it is going to be none other than the man starting it from number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, Seth Rollins. Always a pleasure to see that man on ECW, and we, I believe, are going to be seeing a lot of him this Sunday. Number one, can the GOAT go all the way? We will see. We will see. He's certainly ready, and I still can't believe it either, for his first ever Royal Rumble match. We'll see that come Sunday, but right now we have another tune-up of sorts, another preview for the Royal Rumble match. And it's going to be Drew McIntyre against John Cena here tonight. McIntyre by himself, as I believe all members of the British Empire will be. Gibson and Sabre Jr. came up by themselves. McIntyre coming up by himself. You've got to believe it's going to be the same for Mark Andrews. You've got to hope it's the same for Mark Andrews, so we can finally put this rivalry to bed later on this evening. But remember, it's going to be quite interesting for these two men, because neither of them had to fight for their opportunity to enter the Royal Rumble match. Randy Orton, man we just saw, did. Technically speaking, Adam Cole did. Dominik Dijakovic did. Kushida did. McIntyre and Cena did not. They were granted their spots in the Royal Rumble match, courtesy of assistant ECW General Manager Kurt Angle. So you have to question, do they have a point to prove here tonight? Do they have something that they need to show heading into this Sunday to showcase why they didn't have to fight for those spots, and why they were granted those spots? Courtesy of Kurt Angle. It's a question worth asking. And on top of that, the question will be, which one of these two men is going to get the win? John Cena ready and raring to go. We have not seen much of this man, it has to be said, since losing his television title to Rusev back at Guilty as Charged a number of weeks ago now. But that does not stop John Cena from being one of the most popular names on ECW, the breakout star of the year, of course, for 2019. And John Cena would love to start 2020 off strong by winning the Royal Rumble. But will he be able to do it? We shall see. He is ready to go here tonight, though, against Drew McIntyre. The C Nation cheering him on here in San Diego. John Cena, of course, missed last year's Royal Rumble through injury. We all know who did that. But here tonight, he is focused and determined on putting away Drew McIntyre here on the show, of course, that he was here for almost 3 months in a row, I believe, week in and week out, defending that ECW Television Championship. 13 defenses with that title, more than anyone else, but 1 day short of breaking the records held by Seth Rollins. Nevertheless, that was then, this is now. Cena's got to turn his attention to Drew McIntyre right now in the course of the Royal Rumble on Sunday. A little bit ahead of myself there. Can barely contain the excitement. As the two men on a tie-up. Cena will back McIntyre against the ropes here, and early on you can hear the crowd on the side of Cena. I don't think we are really that surprised, though, let's be real here. Calling about tight once again and again. Cena may be shorter, but he's able to overpower McIntyre here. Backing him against the ropes for a second time. Scott Armstrong trying to break it up. It's the left hand, though, that comes in there from Drew McIntyre. A cheap shot of sorts. Knocked Cena somewhat silly for a moment, but look at how Cena coming back here with some hard shots on McIntyre. McIntyre with a big left, though. Staggers Cena up against the ropes. Here we go now. Oh, big set out spine buster from John Cena. Sorry, to John Cena. Look out now, McIntyre in. Never mind, Cena counters there. McIntyre gives up his back. Here we go. Right into the ring pole there. Went McIntyre shoulder first, and then a knee from John Cena follows up after it. Look out now, powerbomb incoming. No, McIntyre using his strength there. Heaving Cena up and over his shoulders like he was nothing, and bringing a boot down under the forehead of Cena there. There's a part of me that believes that McIntyre did challenge for the television championship during the John Cena Open Challenge. Of course, Cena would have come out on top if that was the case. I feel like it did happen, though. But I might be wrong. Nevertheless, Dragon Sleeper locked in there. Cena using his knees to break his way out of it. And oh, what a lariat there from Cena as well. McIntyre seated in the turnbuckle, but then met with a double axe handle right in the side of his head. Again, Cena can't capitalize there. These guys are breaking out a lot of counters on one another. Seem to be picking things up significantly ever since that cheap shot from McIntyre came in off the ropes there. Couldn't get that back elbow on Cena. Cena, though, will get that hip toss and take McIntyre down. Back and forth again. The pendulum swinging back and forth, and it is swinging back and forth at great speeds here. These two men really just want to beat the other. Nothing else about it, really. Big back elbows there from Cena. Runs in. Nice work there. Roll up from behind. Has Cena put away Drew McIntyre here this evening? There's two. McIntyre gets the shot up in time. Kicks Cena away. Both men up to their feet. And a lariat will take John Cena down. Snappy game here. They are going all out on one another here. Off the ropes again. Has the leg. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, look at that from McIntyre. Absolute strength from the leader of the British Empire. And this is going to be a big impact for Cena. Inverted Alabama slam. Face first into the mat there. Could that put away Cena? Oh, he'll kick out at two. Big time kick out as well from Cena there as well. Really putting emphasis on it as again McIntyre goes back to that Dragon Sleeper here, wearing down John Cena the best he can. Trying to make John Cena tap out, but it's not happening there. Cena breaks his way free. Here we go, Irish whip into the corner. Cena, big left-handed body blows, and then one for good measure. Dead center there. Charges into McIntyre with a knee again. Not letting those Dragon Sleeper attempts phase him, but McIntyre not letting the offense from Cena phase him either. From behind, Russian leg sweep. Minus the incredible submission hold we saw from Zack Sabre Jr. earlier on when he got that Russian leg sweep connected with. McIntyre now in the corner. Is he seeking the Claymore kick already here? Is McIntyre lining up the Claymore on Cena? No, went for a clothesline. Big time Uranagi counter from Cena that brings Drew McIntyre down. And now Cena trying to capitalize. STF locked in. He's got it locked in here. No way for McIntyre to go. He is not close to the ropes, but he has no intentions of tapping out either. Big time back elbows. Gets himself out of that hold there. And immediately he comes back with some offense of his own. In the turnbuckle we go. Just like that, McIntyre comes fighting back. And this time out of the corner. He hits a reverse Alabama slam. McIntyre up to the top rope here. Cena doesn't know where he is as a big knee comes down on the chest of Cena. Has it put him away? No. But it was not an emphatic kick out there from Cena. Just barely getting the shoulder up there at the count of two. Here we go though. McIntyre lifts him up, could be something big. Lariat, nice counter from Cena there. Cena, attitude adjustment, no! DDT counter from McIntyre, and now he in the corner. This time he definitely is. Claymore kick, he got him with the Claymore. McIntyre hooks the leg. Drew McIntyre suddenly, perhaps shockingly, defeats John Cena. Just when it looked like these two men were kicking it up a notch, John Cena got kicked right in the face. McIntyre, your winner, with a Claymore that took us all by surprise. None more so than John Cena. But it is McIntyre who wins ahead of this Sunday. And a big win here. 2-0 this evening for the British Empire. Great evening for... Oh, there he is again! The Viper strikes again! Randy Orton with a second RKO from out of nowhere. McIntyre down. And Orton leaving the ring. It seems as if no one is going to forget who Randy Orton is by this time. Oh my, Orton might want to turn around. Dominik Dijakovic has come down. Looking right in the eyes of Orton. RKO attempt. Not happening. Not happening here. Dijakovic catches Orton and puts him up on his shoulders. And would you please feast your eyes on Dominik Dijakovic. What a Royal Rumble we are going head first into. Well, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce my guest at this time. He is the ECW Cruiserweight Champion, Rey Mysterio. And of course, Rey, we know this Sunday you will defend the ECW Cruiserweight Championship against Buddy Murphy in a ladder match. And the question I really want to ask you is, how has this rivalry with Buddy Murphy changed you? What has it done to make to Rey Mysterio the person? Come on! Are you kidding me, Murphy? There is a time and a place. You just couldn't wait until this Sunday. Buddy Murphy assaulting Rey Mysterio. Seems as if last week really set off the best damn thing on ECW. Murphy has Mysterio on his shoulders. No, no, no! Just couldn't let it wait until this Sunday. Murphy has just assaulted Mysterio here. No, there's no need. There's no need for any more. There is no need for any more. Not again! This is sickening. This truly is sickening from Buddy Murphy here. And Murphy dragging the fallen body of Rey Mysterio. As if he wanted to send his message. He's laid him out in the parking lot. Murphy has walked off here. It seems as if the interview that was planned with Rey Mysterio has certainly gone awry here. Mysterio able to get back up to his feet. No, come on! A crate shattered into Rey Mysterio, and a message sent with it by Buddy Murphy. This Sunday could well be Rey Mysterio's last in the WWE. Well, after what we just saw, it goes without saying in my mind that ECW certainly has the most personal matches heading into this Sunday. But on top of that, it could well have the best as well. We just saw it there. Rey Mysterio and Buddy Murphy will meet in a ladder match for the ECW Cruiserweight Championship, a match that Murphy himself promises to be Rey Mysterio's last in the WWE. And then, of course, the big match, the match that has it all on the line for ECW. Johnny Gargano, Tetsuya Naito, ECW Championship on the line inside of that steel cage. If Gargano loses, he is unable to compete for the ECW Championship for the rest of this year. ECW hangs in the balance this Sunday in that match, but once all the dust is settled, we will come to ECW next week and we will see the Bulgarian Brute Rusev defend the ECW Television Championship in an open challenge match. Who wants to step up on Rusev Day and try and take that championship from the Bulgarian Brute? We will find out next week, but now it's time for the main event. And let's do this. It is time for these two men to finally get their hands on one another. Tyler Bate against Mark Andrews. We have waited for so long for this matchup. We have waited for these two men to meet almost since Mark Andrews joined ECW nearly 3 months ago. These two men, close friends back in the UK. And Tyler Bate did not like the fact that Mark Andrews had joined the British Empire. He wanted them to stand with him on ECW, wanted to stand by his friend. Andrews said he couldn't do it. Bate persisted. He wouldn't give up, he wouldn't give in. No matter how many times the British Empire knocked him down, no matter how many times Mark Andrews told him no, Bate persisted, but now it has led to this bout here this evening. Everything is on the line. Andrews' own tensions and problems in the British Empire have come and gone. Now it is between Tyler Bate and Mark Andrews. And there is one very simple outcome, whichever way it goes. Mark Andrews wins, Tyler Bate has to leave this man be, has to let the British Empire go, and has to focus on his own career. Tyler Bate wins, Mark Andrews leaves the British Empire and stands alongside Tyler Bate. It is all to play for here this evening for Mark Andrews. We heard him earlier this evening. Certainly some confidence surging through him, as he said it himself. He only made that stipulation to think that Bate could have a chance. He still sees Tyler Bate as a friend, but he knows that he's got to end it. He has to end the problems between them here tonight. 2 weeks ago it was Zack Gibson. Tonight it's Tyler Bate. And once again, the fate of the British Empire hangs well and truly in the balance. But who and what will prevail here tonight? Andrews has asked for no British Empire, and judging by how things have gone this evening, I think he's going to get his wish. But let's see which way it'll go. It's our main event of the evening. It is England versus Wales. But it is about so much more for these two men. Mark Andrews comes in early here. Collabo tie-up, gets the arm of Tyler Bate here, wearing him down in the early goings. But Bate quick to come back there, takes him down. Nicely done there from Tyler Bate, the former NXT champion, of course, who has the arm of Mark Andrews now here, locked in. Brings the knee down on it. Andrews able to flip his way out of it here. Andrews back up to his feet. Oh! Went for a head scissors and Bate stuck the landing. And that just shows, doesn't it? That just shows how well these two men know each other. Look out now. Collabo tie up against the ropes. Scott Armstrong makes the break, and it's a clean break as well. These two friends, they know they have that respect for one another in spite of everything that's going on. They are still friends. They do still appreciate one another. And it's why I don't think we'll see any underhanded methods taken here by either man. They're not going to cut corners. They're not going to expose a turnbuckle or use the stairs. They're not going to try and cheat. They just got to beat each other. And that's exactly what they'll look to do. Great counter for counter there. Oh! Neckbreaker comes in for Mark Andrews, and here we go. The first cover of the match on Bate here. There's one. And no more than that as Bate emphatically gets the shoulders up in time there. But here we go now. Forearm in the face there. What you have to think about as well is there added fire and anger. I know I said these two men are friends, but remember back to last week when Zack Gibson jumped Tyler Bate from behind, and Mark Andrews just stood there. He just let it happen. He didn't intervene. He didn't get his hands on Gibson either, or on Bate. He just watched as the Helter Skelter laid out Tyler Bate. Is that going to have a fire within Tyler Bate? We will find out here as this matchup goes on, in my opinion. Look out here. Nice duck under. Beautiful dragon suplex. We have a bridge. Do we have a winner? Oh, Andrews gets the shot up in time there at 2. But a huge moment there. Early on, it feels like in this matchup, as again, Tyler Bate hits another back suplex there. These two men want to beat one another. They really just, that's all they want. It's all they crave is the victory over the other. Off the ropes and a big boot there. Bate has been in a number of big match situations. He's taken on so many names. Brian Cage, Seth Rollins, Triple H, Corin. But none may feel more personal than this one, because this is a friend that he's taking on right here, right now. He retreats to the outside there after that arm drag. Trying to recover on the outside. Andrews comes in! Springboard Hurricanrana! A huge move from Mark Andrews. Bate trying to get up to his feet once again. I don't think he knows where he is. Andrews does, and he comes in with a crossbody there, taking down Tyler Bate. And now it's Andrews who has momentum and bringing Tyler Bates' head right down on his knee, but he's not going to stop there. Andrews, top rope. He has more than an opening here. He has a chance to end it. Inverted 450 from Mark Andrews. Could this be all she wrote? There's two. And Bate able to kick out just in time there. And what an important kick out that was as well for Bate. He's able to come back here. Nicely done there. Crowd rising to their feet when the counter came in as well. Tyler Bate opening up with some offense now. Front face lock, has the arm. And drives the boot into the face there. What more? What more does Tyler Bate have to do now? He was on the back foot briefly there. Now he's the one bringing the offense. Suplex, DDT, hooks the leg again. There's one, and Andrews able to kick out at one, quite surprisingly. And Bate doesn't like that one bit. Comes in with a neck crank there. And a trip to the top rope on its way for Tyler Bate this time. 450. Counter. Knees up in time there by Andrews. Finds the opening, hits the neck breaker. And now, Mark Andrews, look out, double underhook, Future shock DDT. Taking a move from the book of Drew McIntyre to try and win. Bate gets the shoulder up in time there, but you could feel the arena gasping when that Future Shock DDT connected. They thought it could be all she wrote right there and then. Andrews from behind. Round and round he goes before hitting that head scissors. Wait a minute. Is Andrews looking to end it? Is he thinking tyranny here? No, forearm shot in the face instead. Kicking the leg there. Has him up against the ropes now. Bate in big trouble. Look out. Big clothesline. Up and over the top rope we go. Tyler Bate in trouble. Mark Andrews, prepare to fly! Andrews takes flight to the outside. And takes Tyler Bate down with him. San Diego on its feet for it. Tyler Bate well and truly down for it. Could he be down for the count as well? Here we go again. Inverted 450. Knees are up. Bate had it scattered this time. Bate coming back here. Crowd cheering him on as well. Shoulder charge takes him down. Tyler Bate, here we go. Is this the opening that he needed? Listen to those knife edge chops. Imagine the impact they're leaving on the chest of Mark Andrews. Off the ropes, ducks under, dragon suplex again, bridges again. Is it over? There's two, and again. Andrews gets the shoulder up just in time. Look at that chest. Beat red. But Mark Andrews not letting it faze him. Spinning heel kick there. Countered whatever Bate was looking for there. Here we go, up against the ropes. Cannon by Tyler Bate. Here we go. Bate flips over. Sunset flip. Could that be enough? Referee into count. There's one. No. Andrews flips it over. He's got the shoulders pinned down and Bate kicks out of one as well. Back and forth on those counters. Here we go. Full head of steam. Mark Andrews has him. Stun Dog Millionaire. Stun Dog Millionaire connected. That could do it. 1, 2. Tyler Bate kicks out in time. Mark Andrews hit him big, but couldn't finish it. Might have been looking for tyranny. Bate comes in with a power bomb. And goes to work on the leg after it as well. Now maybe trying to take some speed away from Mark Andrews. Or maybe trying to make him tap. Turns him over into the Boston Crab. Here we go. Legs locked. Andrews trying to make it to the ropes here. Crawling and makes it. Bate having to break the hold there. Beautiful uppercut comes in as well. And he capitalizes. He sends Andrews onto the apron. Andrews counters with a forearm. Here we go. Missile dropkick back into the ring. Andrews adding a stop for good measure as he'll go to the outside now. Once again, Tope. Oh, Bate was coming up to his feet there, and that was a nasty landing for both men. Nasty impact indeed, but it's Andrews who remains in control here. Oh, Bate counters the Irish whip, ducks under there. Oh my goodness, incredible athleticism from Mark Andrews. Well, all personal feelings aside, this main event has truly been incredible thus far, but it is not over yet. One of these men has to win it, and we have not seen an inkling of a Tyler Driver or a Tyranny yet. But Tyler Bate coming back with a big uppercut. What can Bate do now? Sends Andrews in the corner, and another brutal uppercut from Tyler Bate. How much anger, how much passion is going through each and every single one of them. Bate is in. Brain buster. Massive brain buster. There's two. And Andrews does get the shoulder up in time. Great cover there from Bate, the way he had the shoulders pinned down, but he couldn't get the win that he wanted. Oh, look out. Big strength in that Irish whip. Throws Andrews to the outside. Here goes Bate. Corkscrew crossbody to the outside. Bate was the one taking the risk. And now what's he going to do? He has him up on his shoulders. Has Andrews up on his shoulders. This could be big, yeah. No, oh, the back though. The back gave way. The back gave way for Tyler Bate there. Maybe the beating from last week having an effect, or the wear and tear from this match so far. Andrews is back though. Doesn't plan on doing the same. Power bomb on the apron. And swings him round into it as well. A brutal landing. Tyler Bate could be done for, and Andrews may be looking to make sure of it. Sharpshooter locked in. Bate can't even drag himself to the ropes here. They're so close yet so far away. Could he have to tap out? Could he have to give in? Oh, no, he won't. He rolls through and he escapes. And a rolling wheel kick. From out of the blue, from the clutches of defeat, Bate comes back. Rolling wheel kick lays out. Andrews, top rope he goes. 450. There's one more move, all he needs. He's calling for it. He's looking for the Tyler Driver. Kick in the gut, no. Andrews counters. Went for the Tyler Driver. Andrews didn't allow it. Basement dropkick comes in instead. Andrews now. He has the opening once again. These two men clearly know each other so well, but who's got the extra edge to beat the other? Is it going to be Andrews? Tyranny incoming. Not if Tyler Bate can counter it. And indeed he does. Bate in the corner, calling, sensing. Here we go. Is he going to look for it again? He is. Went for the rolling wheel kick a second time, but too soon. Andrews had it scouted. And Andrews puts Bate up on the top rope here. Bate comes up with the counter though. Big back elbow. Bate from up high. Cross body down on Andrews. Hooks the leg. There's one. And all that's all it is. Neck crank. Bate couldn't nail it. Andrews ducked under the way, but he couldn't get up to his feet. It was as if instinct brought the counter out. Bate back up to his feet, unable to stay on the offense here. Now it's Andrews in trouble. Now it's Andrews who's going to get perched up on the turnbuckle here. Tyler Bate seating Andrews on the top rope on that turnbuckle. Putting him in position. A big right hand and a big move incoming as well. Look out below. Superplex! Bate got all of it. Middle of the ring. 2 and no more. Bate thought he had him. Is he gonna look for it again? Tyler driver. No, the leg is caught once again by Andrews. Still, he can't get it. And now Mark Andrews has him up and drives him down into the mat there, head first. Head and neck first went Tyler Bate into the mat. Bate staggering. Bate sent out onto the apron. What is Mark Andrews looking at? No, God! A DDT onto the apron. Bates' head spiked. Andrews goes to the top rope. Shooting star press onto Tyler Bate. And the final blow is on its way. Good night, Tyler Bate. Tyranny connects. Bate wanted to bring his friend back, but Andrews' blood lies in the British Empire. 1, 2, 3. Mark Andrews wins. Yes, no British Empire, no BS, and he got all of that, and he got all of Tyler Bate. But in the end, Mark Andrews had just a little bit more. Tyler Bate wanted to bring his friend out of the Empire, but Andrews has pledged his allegiance to the cause tonight. Your winner is Mark Andrews. Good night, everyone.